Hello everyone and welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon. We are back for more of this visual novel game. Yes, as I have promised you guys, I said in the last episode where we finished up on Rumpel's route, got his good ending, everything worked out. He didn't die on our behalf of getting stabbed, but unfortunately we had Parfait die as well as the whole dramatic moment of when Rumpel decided to stab Mythos himself when he told us, that he would rather not have us, kill anybody during that night or anytime soon. So yes, we concluded that we moved on. Basically, we got together with Rumpel. We were a proper couple, and we lived happily ever after in a sort of sense, other than comforting each other every once in a while because Rumpel still has nightmares about that night. So we're gonna move on to our next guy up in the line. We have 2 more routes to go, which is Fritz and Walt. We're here to start on Fritz's route, finally! Oh my god, yes! So we are back here again, started on a brand new route story. And we are going back into when we first came to the Marchand and when Delora and Parfait are suggesting us to go pick a partner in order for us to give us a higher chance of breaking our curse. And of course, we had our, additional options after we completed the past 2 routes, the basic ones, like the starter runs, which is Rod and Karma / Rumpel. And so afterwards, of course, we get Waltz, and of course, this one down here, which is I can break the curse on my own. So I can only assume that's what we have to click on in order to go towards Fritz's route. So yes, it's obvious enough. All of them have names except for Fritz. So let's get started. Can't wait to get into this route and see the mystery of Fritz, our used to be personal knight, and what the hell happened to him. Okay, so let's go. I can break the curse on my own. I'm going to march back to the palace and grab Fritz, somehow. They offered to help, but that could have been because they felt pressured to. This curse is my problem and my burden. I will break it on my own. Okay, perhaps doing my duties will be considered a good deed if I do them willingly. So if I sweep without the broom, having to drag me around the room, that rhymed, I walk up to the broom. So I cannot believe I am doing this. The floors aren't that dirty, but I heard a niece once say that there is no such thing as too clean. She's worried. She's like, what are you doing? Do my eyes deceive me? Isn't it the magic? Definitely not. The enchantment I put on the broom hasn't activated yet. Does that mean the princess is actually... If you're going to stand around, could you not do so in the center of the room? I am sweeping. There's no magic here. This is the most pathetic sweeping I've ever seen. Oh, nice. She hasn't swept anything. She just moved the dirt around the floor. It's in a perfectly even layer all over. Well, she's, trying very hard. That should count. Yes. Give me a break. I haven't swept before this curse, okay? I can hear Delora and Anise talking about me in the corner of the room, but I make a point of ignoring their words. I set the broom back and wait. I do not know what signals the completion of a good deed, but I should know it when I see it. Unfortunately, no. The curse has very high standards. Will there be a flash of light? Will the piece of slipper appear in my hands or on my necklace? Well, on your neck, and there is a flash of light. Yes. Whatever it is, it should have happened by now. You weren't expecting to have completed one of your deeds through sweeping, were you? Doing what's expected of you doesn't make you good. It just makes you normal. That's still a good thing. This is going to be harder than I expected. Of course. Okay, off we go. There we go. And this is where we actually started sweeping. So we're going to skip on to the next choice where we can, again, choose our partners in the prompt. But of course, we're going to choose whatever it is that is going to gear towards Fritz. There we go. So no, I do not need any help. So adamant. I will not need no help from nobody. I head toward the dining area to get some water. The people sitting in the Marchand are talking and laughing with one another. Everyone is included. Everyone has someone to talk to. Is this what friendship is meant to look like? Yes. You're making a funny face, Hannah. Are you trying to comprehend the wonders of friendship? Yes, I am. These people are also friendly with one another despite their differences. Well, doesn't it warm your frozen heart? Until you consider that they're doing it only because they want something. No, not everyone is like you, girl. They don't have that mentality. All of them want to break their curses. They're all here because they hope to find clues. They come to the marching simply to use other people for their own convenience. Isn't that goodness? Is this what I am meant to do? Is that goodness? Is this what I'm meant to do? There's a difference between using people and them offering to help you, princess. There's a big, important difference, right? I don't understand. Of course not. Not at this point. I didn't think you would. Haha. What you say is true, but it's not the whole truth. Everyone is here to break their curses, sure, but most are here for their camaraderie too. The understanding. It's why they keep coming back. What do you see, princess? People talking, eating together, laughing. Don't you see the happiness here? She's like, what's happiness? What is that? Being cursed is pretty terrible. You'd assume the curse would be constantly sobbing and bemoaning their bad luck, right? But there's none of that here. This is what being surrounded by good, kind people does. It can make a terrible situation bearable. It can make a person feel lighter. But what is goodness then? Why are these people good when I am not? I cannot help but think about the looks they gave me when I arrived. Disdain, contempt, and anger. None of those emotions were good. Being good doesn't require you to be selfless or kind every moment of the day. Sure, these people want to break their curses, but for a time, for a meal, they can put away what they want to the side and listen to someone else for a change. That in itself is selfless. Delora nudges me with her elbow. And that makes them good people. I look down into my mug, my mind swirling with considerations. Aha. The instant I look up, Delora has disappeared. Okay. So she's kind of realizing, she's like giving it thought, like a food for thought kind of thing. Okay, so that does it. So we're gonna skip right on ahead to the point where we can actually choose our dude, and then of course we're gonna choose Fritz. Here we are the menu. So yes, we are going to choose Fritz. There he is. Chapter 3, reunion. Of course we're gonna reunite with him. He's at the palace, and he's the one who already knows. Like he still remembers us. So yes. I am in town with Waltz because Parfait needed supplies for her potions, and we were the only ones available to get them for her. I do not know why, but I feel on edge. Don't worry, princess. I won't let anything bad happen to you. Though you know, you wouldn't even have to be here if Lady Parfait hadn't placed so many orders. I do not understand why she has to get everything today. Surely she can just pick up the rest tomorrow. If she was more patient, I wouldn't have needed to go out at all today for such a bothersome chore. Lady Parfait's been receiving a lot of orders lately. She needs to keep up with the demand somehow. Let's make this quick. Yeah. Of course. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna run into Fritz here, and he's gonna recognize us. He's gonna be like, Princess, I've been looking for you everywhere! My eyes wander to the shop right in front of me. This should be the place. Okay. Yes, we've been here before. So which? Oh, how can I help? Oh, it's you. What? This is the witch who came into the marching some time ago with mud on her shoes. Oh, yeah! Yeah. It's her. Yeah, it's her. Oh my gosh, she was the one who was like, we just finished sweeping, and then she came in, and she was trying to make pleasantries, and then we just looked down at her shoes, and we're like, your shoes are muddy, take them off. What can I do for you two? We need all the items on this list, please. Waltz holds out the list Parfait gave him. The witch surveys the list and gives a thoughtful nod. I'll collect these for you right away. It'll only be a few moments. Okay, so the witch disappears into her back room. I fold my arms as we wait, my thoughts drifting. We'll be finished before you know it, princess. Ugh. So, well, look who it is. Oh no, is it these two who were like, give us your money? You know that one time when we were poor and we were running away from them? I guess so. Hello again, little girl. Yes. And it seems like you're here again with your little friend. Ugh. These are the men that tried to rob me back when I was on the streets. Yes. Waltz quickly steps in front of me as if to shield me from the men. Can he even protect me? She cleans up all right, don't she? Almost didn't recognize her all neat. What do you want? Us? We don't want nothing, but we heard there's someone who wants you. Oh, no. So early, so soon. And they're willing to pay more money than we could have ever gotten from you. The man reaches out to grab me, but Walt slaps his hand away. The men's unwashed stench reaches my nose, and I try not to gag. Ew, go take a shower. Don't touch her. Oi, what's this? The witch reappears at the door, and the men back off slightly when she appears. Yeah. Not in my shop. If you want to take a fight, go get out of here. None of your business. I think it is. These people are my customers. Yes. Stay out of this hag. Oh, hag? Oh, I am slightly startled when the witch leans forward and whispers to us. Listen. Listen! You both start running, okay? You run as fast as you can and don't stop for anyone. You need to get back to the marchand. Okay, but... don't worry about me. I'll distract them for as long as I can. But you need to run. Okay, go. Okay, wow. Hey! Look alive, boys. This one itches. Okay, so Waltz grabs my hand and pulls me with him as we run, not even turning back to look when we hear the shatter of glass. Sure, some sort of like itching spell, where it's like you itch uncontrollably. She's a witch. Why would she help us? Because she's a good witch, princess. I am sure that she is only helping us because she wants to keep us in debt to her. Girl, I always forget how like so close-minded our heroine was from the beginning of the game. Like, she's just like, oh, they're just all automatically bad people no matter what. We continue running against a current of people. I manage to keep up with Waltz for a time, but it is not long before my hand slips out of his and I am lost into the crowd. Yeah. The minute I am separated from Waltz, I stop. Panic begins to well up inside of me. Waltz! Waltz, damn it! You run so fast for such a little man! I frantically look around at the crowds, trying to find him, but I fail. I need to get back to the marchand. Do you know your way? Slowly it dawns on me that I am in part of a town that I do not recognize. Oh no. I do not know my way around this area. I knew leaving the marchand was a bad idea. When I see Parfait again, I will give her a piece of my mind. I found her! Oh no. Ah! I immediately turn on my heels and run as fast as I can. I am so panicked I cannot see what is in front of me. Are we gonna bump into Fritz? I do not notice the man in front of me until I crash into him. Yes, of course. I prepare to fall, but the man has braced himself just before I crash into him. We both somehow manage to remain upright. Excuse me, Princess? This voice. I look up in shock. Fritz! Fritz! It really is you, Princess. How does he remember who I am? Well, he's cursed. That's my assumption too. Like from the very beginnings when we kind of ran into him after we were cursed and he recognized us, then yeah. There she is. I have no time to think about this now. I grab his arm and pull him with me into a run. Running. Why are we running? Somehow he's barely out of breath despite how long we have been running. It sends a sliver of irritation through me. Girl, you're just really, like, unfit. Just okay. It's okay. I am too. There's nothing to be ashamed about that. I think those men want to sell me. What? I shake my head as I try to tug him forward. However, Fritz does not budge. Of course not. He's like, I got a sword. I got some skills. I can do this. Princess. This is very irritating. We must keep moving. I see her. Oh no. Oh no. Princess? Oh, wait, Fritz is a knight. Yes, he is. I trust you can manage these two fools. With one hand behind my back. Nice. With a nod and a confident smile, he turns to face the oncoming men. He moves to stand in front of me, effectively shielding me with his body. 2-on-1? I don't like your chances, boy. Well, you don't have to, because you're on the advantage. We've got no business with you. We just want the girl. Run on home. She'll be more trouble than this is worth. You'll have to get through me first. Yes. Ha! And how are you going to stop us? With this. Yeah. Ha-chang! Yes! I got a piece. Fritz brandishes his sword and smiles at them. Fritz is second only to his father, Sir Alcaster, in his ability with the sword. His skill is obvious just in the way he holds his blade. Waving around a sword isn't gonna scare us away this time. Alright. The girl is worth enough gold to sort up any scratches we might get. Any closer and I'll do more than scratch you. Get him. Okay, your funeral. The fight is over as quickly as it starts. I cannot keep up with Fritz's movements at first, but when I am able to focus on him again, the two men are completely immobilized. Alright, one is sprawled on the ground with Fritz's foot firmly planted on his back, the other is collapsed against the wall of the alleyway with the tip of Fritz's sword pressed against his neck. You wanted to question them? No, Fritz is completely unscathed. Of course he is. I turned to look at the man against the wall, thinking he might be more capable of speech at this time. Who was going to pay you? Tisk, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'd answer her. Uh-huh. I watch as Fritz presses his sword against the man's neck, enough to draw a gasp out of him. It was a witch. A witch? Oh, it was Mithros, of course. A witch? Yes. Waltz insisted the witch we met was good, but this is just further proof that witches will always be inherently wicked. Nah. It was a witch, I swear. We got a note with your picture, then it burned to pieces right before our eyes once we'd read it. What did the note say? Just to get you to the witch in one piece. That payment would come when that happened. How much was the payment? A lot of dough. Answer me. 1,000 gold pieces. A whole 1,000. Dang! Yeah, it's Mithros. 1,000 gold pieces would be enough to feed a family for years. Princess? Not just anyone would have that kind of wealth. They would have to be nobility, royalty even. Yeah, which is Mithros. Like, he's part of the palace crew, you know, so of course he'd have that kind of money. Are witches disguising themselves as members of the aristocracy now? Princess? Yes? What do you want to do with these two? I look at the men and feel something icy run through my veins. These men were going to abduct me. There's no telling what they would have done to me if they had caught me. Oh, please. Don't beg. Don't beg. What would your son say if he heard you? He has a family. That does not matter. Even if I had mentioned my family, it would not have made a difference. Wait. What did you do to her? Do to who? The woman at the shop. What did you do to her? Well, nothing that can't be fixed. Did you hurt her? When neither of the men answered me, I frowned. Oh no, I do not know why that witch was trying to save me. But she did try. These men cannot get away with doing whatever they wish. Answer me, what did you do to her? Oh my god, why so caring? Nothing that won't heal. The anger that was nothing but a small flame burns full force in my chest. They do not deserve mercy. Spare them, punish them. No, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna make me choose to do something. Oh my god. Where's Rod's route stuff? Because I can save over his. Okay. I feel like they're not worth our time, you know? Like we shouldn't really even bother. Like, I would rather just kind of like, I don't know. I don't, like, what do you mean by punish them? Like, get them arrested? Or, like, just straight up kill them? Because I don't want to kill them. Spare them. Let's just spare them for now. Let's just see where we are in terms of, like, testing the waters, you know? So spare them. They deserve to be punished, but these men who were nothing but puppets to some other master. Punishing them is a waste of time. It is an additional burden that I do not care to shoulder. Yes, princess? Promise not to come after me ever again. Swear it. I swear on my life you'll never see me again. I swear it as well. Yeah, because the next time I might just end up killing you. Then I'll kill you. Let them go. As you wish. Okay. Is that the right choice? I don't know. Fritz and I leave the men behind in the alleyway. I sigh in relief when the scenery around me becomes more familiar. From here, I can probably find my way back to the Marchen. Fritz is so unusually quiet that I barely notice him as I become wrapped up in my thoughts. What does a witch want with me? As far as I know, I have never done anything to a witch. Princess? I am startled when Fritz talks. Yes? You let those men go? Yes? What? Ah! Yay! Yes, because that's the unexpected thing for me to do, right? I wasn't expecting you to... yeah. Yeah, I get you. You showed them mercy when not everyone would have. Mercy? Is that what it was? I think Fritz just has more faith in my morality. I did not spare those men to save them. I spared them to avoid the consequences, right? Like, I can't be bothered with them. Ah, it was difficult. The most meaningful show of mercy often are, but... what? Why are you smiling? Yeah, why are you smiling? Why is he smiling at me like that? I noticed Fritz fidgeting. It is a sure sign that he has something else he wants to say. What is it? Where have you been, princess? One day you just suddenly disappeared, and no one in the palace seems to remember you at all. Well, why am I the only person who can remember you? Really? Even he doesn't know? Could Fritz be... Are you cursed, Fritz? Fritz looks shocked. Are you talking about the fairy tale curse? Yes. Yes. No, of course not. But of course not. What makes you think I am? Well, if he's not cursed, then how else would he know who I am, right? Like, are you a witch or a fairy? Fritz stares at me as if I have grown another head. I don't understand why you're asking me this, princess. I am definitely human. Oh, I still think he's cursed. He might not know it, but I think he's cursed. Could it be that he is somehow unaware of the conditions of his curse? Probably. I must speak with Delora and Parfait about this. Princess, what is going on? Princess! Oh wait, I'm walking away from him? Okay, I need to go to the marchand as quickly as possible so I can speak to Parfait and Delora about what Fritz's curse might be. Walt is probably looking for me as well. Right. Then abruptly, Fritz puts himself in front of me, blocking my path. What are you doing? I could ask you the same thing. Where are you going? I am returning to the marchand. The marchand? It's a tavern for the cursed. I've been living there. Princess, are you saying that you've been cursed? Yes. Oh, I forgot that I haven't told him yet. Princess, I need answers, please. Okay. I suppose you will not leave me without an explanation. Not after you suddenly disappeared like that, right? Sorry. Very well. Delora and Parfait will have to wait. Okay. Oh, is this your house? Fritz is convinced that the only place I will be safe is his house, and I am not in the mood to argue with him. You have a very nice house. Wow. I look around the modest living room. Modest? You call this modest? I do not realize that you had lodging outside of your room in the palace. Of course he does. Isn't it it would be his family home, isn't it? Wouldn't it be? But anyways, regardless, I would figure that she would say this is modest because she's been living in the palace her whole life. So I grew up here. I was older than usual when I started training to be a knight, so I spent a lot of time in this house. Okay. He walks over and hands me a mug of tea. The comforting scent of it, and the realization that he has made it precisely as I prefer it, makes something lucid inside of me. Fritz sits opposite me, his eyes bright and focused. Start at the beginning. Okay. Well, please, princess, I need to know in order to put my mind at ease. One night I was in the palace, and then the next morning I was on the street dressed in rags. I tell him about no one remembering who I am, and about my first encounter with the men that Fritz fought in the alleyway. I tell him how I was saved by those at the marchand. Yet I say nothing about Delora or Parfait, and I deliberately leave the identities of the marchand boarders anonymous. I am not sure why exactly, but I feel suspicion tugging insistently at me. How is it possible for someone to be unaware of their curse? Rumpel has amnesia, and even he knows he is cursed. Oh, true. Fritz said that he is human. I can trust him, right? I close my eyes and I will the impending headache away. Maybe Mother was right. Maybe it is impossible to trust anyone, including my knight. And what is your curse? Well, the Cinderella curse. Princess? Can I still trust you, Fritz? Yeah. Fritz does not even bother trying to mask his shock. There is sadness in his eyes. When have I ever betrayed you, Your Highness? Fritz has been loyal to me ever since he was assigned to me. But every person I've trusted has turned on me apart from Mother. Even my beloved doll betrayed me. But she's doing it for your own good. How can I be sure that Fritz will not do the same? I swore on my life that I would protect you, Princess. I would never lie to you or do anything that would put you in harm's way. Cinderella. I have to complete 3 good deeds to break it. Cinderella? Are you sure? That fairy tale is about... It's been reversed in my case, yeah. Oh, that... makes sense. What will you do now? Well, I got to do the deed. Return to the marchand. I must break my curse. I can't allow that. Why not? Unless I stay at the marchand with you. A what? What? Why? I have been wondering where you were this whole time, Princess, trying to find you. And now that I found you, I must resume my duties. I need to protect you, and I want to make sure you are safe by staying with you. You are no longer my knight, Fritz. You work for Emmeline now, don't you? I am not her personal knight. I work in shifts with her other guards, so I'm not expected to stay the whole day. To stay the whole day. I don't know, I ran out of breath there. Besides that, I am your knight and I intend to fulfill that role until you no longer need my services. I failed to protect you from being cursed. Let me protect you this time, Princess. Fritz is very capable. No doubt that he will be able to protect me better than anyone else at the Marchen. And who knows how many people received the witch's note. The witch wouldn't even need to enter the Marchen herself, so long as she has others there to capture me. No matter where I am not safe, especially when I have no idea who I can trust. I guess so. Stay here. Stay with me. What? I can't. I'll be able to be with you. I can keep you safe. I won't be for long, just until I can get you back into the palace where you belong. And how will you do that? Nobody apart from the curse, the witches, and the fairies remember that I am the crown princess. I still remember you. Oh yeah, well you must be cursed as well, Fritz. There's no other explanation. I would think I'd remember if I'd been cursed, Princess. That is true, because again, she brought up the whole Rumple thing. I would be inclined to agree. Even Rumple, who'd forgotten everything else, remembered that he'd been cursed. But then, what could Fritz's fairy tale be? Well, from the menu... Oh, we talked so long. From the menu, we saw the Red Riding Hood, so of course it's something to do with the Little Red Riding Hood. Except, I just don't know his role. You know, actually, know what? No. Sidetracking here. Okay, so this is true. True story. I was editing the episode. I think it was Rumple's bad ending that I was editing, and I was going through the footage and I was just, you know, cutting stuff away that wasn't like necessary. I think I was still coughing then. I'm not too sure. I think so. But anyways, I was editing that episode and I was going through that part where Varg shows up and I was reading the dialogue along again, and I was like, and I think Hana, our heroine, was constantly trying to get answers from him, and she was asking about Fritz as well too, but every single time every single time she asked about Fritz, Varg just smiled and just didn't say nothing much. And then also how Mythos and Mythos and Varg was just like, oh yeah, you know, Fritz, I've replaced him with Varg now, so, you know, he's going to be attending to you from now on. And I just had this okay, you know, just like crazy random idea that just burst into my head that I was like, wait, what if Varg and Fritz are like connected somehow, you know? That just came into my head. Because, because not only those clues and those dialogue, but also the fact that like I started to go back on some of the other like past routes, I think. You know that one route where Fritz dies? I think it was in Karma's route, right? So I had the thoughts like, oh, can Fritz and Varg be connected somehow, or actually be even crazier, be one and the same person? So I went back on some of the footage. I was like, you know what? It might be possible, or it might not be, if it depends on when Fritz ends up dying in Karma's route and Varg was there as well. Then that theory would be like, you know, that wouldn't work out. But then I went back because I was curious, and I saw that it was just Fritz there and Varg wasn't there. So I'm just like, okay, this is starting to be a little more plausible, because it's just too much of a coincidence in which Fritz ends up disappearing and then Varg shows up, like, you know? And then also the fact that Varg, in his character sprite, he was carrying, you know, his cane, and on that cane there was I think it was a wolf's head, I believe it was. I started to notice that, and I was like, but Fritz's story thing hint at the menu was like Little Red Riding Hood, right? And there's the wolf thing the wolf is part of that character story too. So I'm just like, I don't know. I might be onto something. I'm just saying, like, I might be calling it now, but like that's just one of the crazy theories that popped into my head when I was editing the video, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm starting to be a little suspicious of it. So yeah, just saying this is true. Like, this is like, I don't know why or how, like, my mind suddenly started to like realize these things when I was editing, when I didn't even notice it while I was playing through it. I was just like, what? Wait a minute. Or like, I don't know. Just a stroke of genius, I don't know, from out of nowhere. But anyways, let's get back into the story and let's find out, like, eventually if this is true or not. But, you know, for now, let's just go along with this ride. So I hadn't truly intended on staying with Fritz, but somehow the day passes by without me noticing. Before I know it, night has fallen. It is far too late to attempt to return to the margin on my own now. Even if for some reason Fritz allowed me to leave his house. You can stay in the guest room, princess. Wow. My father returns here at night after his duties for the day are over. I'd almost forgotten, Sir Alcaster-Leverton, Fritz's father, and the commander of the Order of Caldera. I thought he'd have his own room at the palace like you do. My father's never stayed the night at the palace, as far as I know, because he hates the royal family. He always comes back to sleep here no matter how late he leaves the palace. Or how early he has to get up to return there. Oh, there he is. I don't like him. Good evening, father. Alcaster looks at me, then Fritz. Who is this? The weight of his stare makes me feel like looking away, but I manage to stare back at him coolly. This is Cinderella Britain, daughter of King Gennaro Britain III and the crown princess of the kingdom of Angiel. Why did you have to say that to him, like, so soon? I am not in the mood for games, boy. It's the truth. I told you about her when she disappeared, that she'd been forgotten. Nonsense. She's been forgotten because of the fairy tale curse. Oh, Fritz, please don't. Oh, no. Sir Alcaster's eyes are cold and calculating. I do not like the way he's looking at me. I know. What is your fairy tale? I do not want to tell him. Nah, don't do it. As Sir Alcaster's gaze grows colder as his question is met by a long stretch of silence. I only relent when I see Fritz about to answer for me. Oh no, Cinderella. I trust you will break your curse, princess. Okay. Sir Alcaster says nothing more, and I am surprised when he simply walks away into a bedroom and away from us. The door closes behind him and Fritz and I are left alone. It'll make things easier if he believes us. I saw the look in his eyes. I doubt he believes us. That would be too simple. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that he knows about us now. Like, aside, like, eventually I know the fact that he will, because through Mythos, but, like, still, it's just, he's a bad character. Sleep does not come easily, even though this bed is significantly more comfortable than the bed at the Marchen. What could Fritz's curse be? I sit up in bed when I hear footsteps outside. I stare at the clock. It is almost 2 in the morning. Wow. You are late. My apologies. Oh, we got some secrets. What is this? That is Sir Alcaster's voice, but I do not recognize the other one. Come, we have much to discuss. The sound of their footsteps slowly fade and silence descends once more. I suppose being the commander of the Order of Caldera means that he is always busy. But working at this time? Right. Soon enough my exhaustion coaxes me back into slumber. I close my eyes and let my desire to sleep win over my curiosity. Damn. Okay. So she doesn't recognize the voice. It's true, she definitely takes after you-know-who. I heard that rather than speak to people, she only ever speaks to dolls. To her dolls, yeah. I can believe that. She seems a little weird in the head. She's so strange. I can't believe she's going to be queen one day. Talking shit about me. Oh, good morning, your highness. Please excuse us. Such rude people, talking behind my back. Despite my exhaustion, my sleep is brief with all the thoughts whirling through my mind. When I feel it is late enough, I finally step out of bed and make my way toward the living room. Oh, so Alcaster and Fritz are both there, but they fall silent at my entry. Okay, Sir Alcaster. Princess. Okay, are you leaving for the palace? Yeah. Yes. Will you be able to get the princess back into the palace? I will inform Mythos of the situation. Oh no. Sir Mythos. But father, Sir Mythos won't. Mythos will work as quickly as possible to resolve this. In the meantime, she will be safe here, won't she? I am standing close enough to Fritz that I notice his body posture stiffen. I see the way he clenches his hands sorry, into fists and the way he squares his shoulders. Of course she is. I am her knight. Then there is no problem. Okay. You and Sir Alcaster do not seem very close. No. Fritz sighs. He looks somewhat flustered. He looks somewhat flushed, though it doesn't seem to be out of any embarrassment. Princess, should I not have said anything? Change the topic, press the issue. Let's just change the topic. Let's just spare him. Spare him of any sorts of awkwardness. Change the topic. Never mind, it is not important. Maybe not. I'm sure you have your reasons. You can share them when and if you want to. Thank you, Princess. Yeah, Fritz clears his throat before he turns to me. His smile is so bright it seems to light up his face. Would you like to go get breakfast? I happen to know where the best baker in all of Angiel sells her croissants. Better not be the same place I tried to get my croissants. The thought of croissants makes my mouth water. I am at the door in seconds. What are you standing around for? I'm hungry. We leave at once then. Really? I was supposed to press the issue? Oh my god. I was trying to be polite. I was trying to be like, whatever. It's your own problems. The shortest route to the bakery from Fritz's house leads us past the palace gates. Princess, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to... Fritz's voice fades into the background when I notice the royal family eating their breakfast outside. Emmeline sits underneath the shade of a cherry blossom tree, reading aloud from some book in her hands. Yeah. Rod is smiling as he pours tea for all of them, and Ophelia is looking on with clear love in her eyes for the family that surrounds her. The king laughs at something Emmeline is saying. He looks happier than I have ever seen him before. They truly are happier now that I do not exist with them. Father has never once looked at me the way he is looking at them. Did you know that when the best baker in Angiel was offered a job in the palace, she turned it down? I am slightly startled when Fritz starts talking beside me. She did? Why? The royal gardener wouldn't let her graze her cows on the palace grounds. Oh. What? The best baker in Angiel only bakes with the butter she makes from her own cow's milk. She wasn't allowed to bring her cows with her, so she refused the job. I don't believe you. It's true. I heard it from the head chef at the palace. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, but she loves her cow so much. I realize that we have been walking as Fritz talked. The palace gates are well behind us and the royal family is thankfully out of earshot. Here we are. Okay, the variety of breads and pastries in the windows of the bakery make my heart skip a beat. It has been a long time since I have seen such delicious looking pastries. Pick anything you want, Princess. Anything? Okay, whatever you want. I know how much you like your pastries. Maybe I'll finally see you smile. What? Go on, Princess. I'll be right behind you. Okay. Fritz and I return to his home to eat our pastries. They truly are the best croissants I've ever had. As we come to the end of breakfast, Fritz turns to me, a hesitant expression on his face. Princess? Yes? I hate to say this, but I'm expected at the palace today. I'm afraid I have to ask you to stay here on your own. But the people at the Marchen... I was planning on returning today to explain why I haven't been back. But it's not safe for you outside. But I understand, but there are people I must see. I will not stay here for much longer. Yeah. Like, I gotta at least tell them where I've been. Like, I'm not dead or kidnapped. Can I really not change your mind about staying here? Yeah, I know that Fritz can certainly keep me safe. But I cannot shake the feeling that I am safer at the Marchen. Right. Even if it means having to stay with the witch that cursed me. But for your own good. When I do not answer, Fritz sighs and shakes his head. Very well. I will ask for a day off so I can personally escort you back to this Marchen. Back to this Marchen. Tomorrow. Yeah, sorry? Take me back tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow then. Okay. Okay, so we'll spend another day here then. Okay. I spend the day looking around the house. This home is so impersonal. You'd never know two different people live here. Their rooms are so empty. Even I had my dolls in my room. Yeah. As I walk about the living room, I notice a broom standing forgotten and alone in a corner. Oh, I suddenly remember the broom Delora enchanted for me. I do not miss that broom. But this one could definitely use a ribbon. Princess? Oh, Fritz, that was fast. Yeah, damn. I have something for you. I have something for you. Oh, what? What? No way. No, this is Delora. This is Delora. She's like, you know what? The fastest way to find the princess is if I turn back to the doll that she had, and then people would notice, and then you know what? They'll buy it for her, you know? I found this doll in my room at the palace. She's one of yours, isn't she? Oh, no, yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's still smart of Delora, though. She's like, I would just place myself back in the palace, you know, because that's the most likely place she'll be at. You're so smart. The Delora doll was still in my room, but how? I am too old for dolls. We should just say no, yeah, we should accept it, yeah, because we all know she's Delora anyways, but I don't know if she's going to reveal that fact to Fritz. She is... I thought so. Isn't she one of your favorites? Yes, she was. Until she cursed me. How did she get into your room? No idea. Perhaps one of the maids left her there, but I thought you'd like it if I brought her back for you. Well, thanks. After finishing dinner, Fritz excuses himself to run more errands, so I returned to my room. Earlier, when Fritz had given her to me, I threw Delora on my bed. Delora. Now I turn to glare at her, and all at once the doll comes alive with a sigh. Would you believe me if I said I was worried? Yeah, I would. I honestly thought you were going to act like you didn't recognize me. No. It made me happy that you said I was your favorite, Hana. You were my favorite. You wounded me, princess. What are you doing here? Oh, are you gonna transform back? No. Yes, yes. Do you have any idea how worried Parfait was? When Waltz came back alone and told us what happened, well, Parfait and her niece went into hysterics. The boys and Jurian looked like they were going to commit murder. Oh my god. When you didn't come back that night, I had a lot of trouble convincing everyone to stay at the March-In when they wanted to look for you. Especially Waltz. You have no idea how guilty he felt after losing you like that. I know, right? Yeah, I would get that. They were looking for me. Princess? Of course they were. Why didn't you come back to the March-In? Well, talk to Fritz. I was going to, but Fritz is overprotective. I know it's not... Hush. Don't hush. Oh, I stop myself when I hear footsteps just outside the door. Oh. This is entirely unnecessary. The walls have ears, Sir Alcaster. The two men walk away, leaving the hallway silent. That is just another one of Sir Alcaster's late-night errands. No, but my words die in my throat when I turn to Delora and see that she is eerily silent, her forehead furrowed. This presence. Delora? It is weak, but it's there. I can feel it. Oh, so it is Mythos? But then how come she doesn't recognize Mythos' voice? No? Delora, what are you talking about? Finally, Delora looks at me slowly, as if just now recognizing we are both in the same room. This is bad. What? We must return to the March-In, of course. Now. Oh, okay. Guess now. Not tomorrow. Okay, chapter 4, Mask. See, the game is proving me correct so far. I mean, I don't know, maybe, but I'm not too sure, but like still, I have a feeling. I watch as Delora paces on the floor along the side of the bed. You're a witch. Can't you just teleport us out of here? Yeah. Teleportation and portals are high-level magic that only the bearers and a select few can cast. Oh, okay. I look closely at her. So you cannot cast a spell? Yeah. Of course not. I would have cast it already if I could, princess. I had thought, with all the bluffing you do, that you would be more capable. Hey now, any more sass and I'll turn you into a toad. You wouldn't dare. Or would I? I glare at her, but she does not look away. Hey, can't we just climb out of that balcony then? You know? Yeah, I glare at her, but she does not look away. Arguing will not get us out of here. We need to get back to the March-In. Why can't we just ask Fritz to help us? It would be easier that way. I do not understand why he can't just come with us. I don't trust him. That means nothing coming from someone as untrustworthy as you. Well, I can say with certainty that I am the most trustworthy person you have right now, dear princess, and I can almost promise that you are not safe here. Yeah. Then I insist Fritz come with us. I know he has the curse, which means he should be welcome there. No. Until I can prove that he can be trusted, he is not welcome. He might be the same as Alcaster. The moment Delora mentions Sir Alcaster, she suddenly stops speaking. She shakes her head and turns away. What does Sir Alcaster have to do with any of this? She knows how shady he is. Nothing you should concern yourself with. You are still the most suspicious one here, witch. That's it. I've run out of patience. I'm done waiting around, Princess. We're going back to the Marchen right now. And how do you suppose we'll sneak past Fritz, right? Delora smiles at me. The mischief in that smile is all too familiar. Oh no. What are you planning? I am a witch, Princess. What? Are you going to shrink me? What is happening? I walk alongside Delora as we make our way back to the Marchen. Delora is now in her human form, humming cheerfully. What did you do? Not what you were expecting? No. Sometimes simple is better. Why use a spell when a potion will do the trick? When a potion will do the trick. That's why she made me distract Fritz at dinner. Oh. Was the sleeping potion in his cup? Ah, perceptive, yes. Nothing can wake him from his slumber. But he will wake up, yes, of course. Please, I'm a good witch, remember? I don't do the killing thing. Now, pick up the pace, Princess. We have a meeting to get to. Okay. Everyone's gonna yell at me now. We make it back to the Marchen without incident. Jurian and Garland are waiting for us inside. As soon as they see us, they dart toward the door. You made it. We were worried that we might need to break in to get you both out. Don't sound so surprised. I told you I could handle this. Then why did you take so long to return here? Just a bunch of arguing? Just it? Because someone was being stubborn and refused to leave without her knight. You weren't followed? No. Of course not. I'm very glad you're all right, Princess. Yeah, thank you. Fritz is my personal knight. The time I spent with him was the safest I've felt since I've been cursed. It felt more normal. I know he is dependable and will do whatever I ask of him. It is his job to protect me after all. I barely know these people. I would rather be with Fritz, but something about Sir Alcaster puts me on edge, right? You should be, rightfully so. As you can see, the princess is perfectly fine. She hasn't thought at all. Jurian ignores Delora and fixes her gaze on me. We were very worried when you suddenly disappeared, Princess. I stare at her, confused. What was there to be worried about? I was with Fritz. I know that the circumstances may not have been the best, but Fritz protected me. And I had plans to return to the Marchen at some point, right? Why does anyone here care what happens to me anyway? Because, where is Parfait? She isn't here. She's barely been back since you left. What? What? Yeah, what? Ever since we got your message that you'd found the princess, Lady Parfait has been absent from the Marchen. What? She returns, but only ever briefly. What? Does she say where she goes? No. She won't answer even if someone asks. Just smiles that fairy smile of hers and says nothing at all. Drives me crazy when she does that. What is going on? Right? Where did she go? So the fairy we need to see isn't here. I had thought that I wanted to return here, but now that everyone knows that I'm safe, it is fine to return to Fritz, isn't it? No. I feel uneasy being around so many people that are openly keeping secrets from me. That's true, yeah. But still, it's like, come on, like Sir Alcaster's bad news. There is no reason for me to be in here. I can return to Fritz. No. You are in no position to order me around. I will go back and no one will stop me. I begin walking toward the door when I hear Delora sigh heavily behind me. All right, keep your dress on. I was not planning on removing it. It's a figure of speech. It's a figure of... Oh, never mind. Look, just give me a few seconds, okay? I need to get some things and then we'll go back. We? Don't even think that I'll let you go back alone, Princess, right? There are people after you, girl. I am left alone with Jurian and Garland. Are you really staying at Alcaster's home? I had almost forgotten that Jurian and Garland had served under Sir Alcaster's command when they were still in the Order of Caldera. Yes. Yeah. The two former knights are uncharacteristically quiet, their expressions dark. Is something wrong? Well, they've found some shady stuff about him, that's why they got fired. Are you sure you're safe there, princess? Yeah, like, of course. Fritz has been my personal knight for the last 3 years. I know that he will protect me no matter what. Are you sure? Just be careful around Alcaster. Did something happen between you and Sir Alcaster? Yes. I'd still be a part of the Order of Caldera if it weren't for him. It was said that Jurian and Garland had been discharged for disobeying Sir Alcaster's orders, but... Is that the whole truth? Nope. He's a two-faced traitor. If I ever saw him again... Yeah, Jurian. What happened? She's like, never mind. It's nothing to worry about, princess. Yeah. Delora told me the same thing. What exactly are they hiding about Sir Alcaster? That he's a shady-ass bitch? She should be worried about it. Damn it, of all people in Angiel, she should know what he is planning. Aha. Someone coughs. We turn to see Delora standing there, looking at us expectantly. What did I miss? Jurian was telling me about why she left the Order of Caldera. Was she? I have never seen Delora glare at anyone the way she is glaring at Jurian. Eventually, the former knight turns away. Let's go, Garland. Stay safe, princess. You too, Lady Delora. You... Didn't you want to return to the knight's house? Why are you stalling now? You know something about Sir Alcaster being the reason for the knight's discharge. Don't you? Yes. Well then, why are you insisting on keeping it a secret, right? You lived in the palace before and heard the rumors. You were content with them. Why are you suddenly taking so much interest in all of this now? Because you and the knights are clearly hiding something about him. Curiosity can kill a cat, princess. Yeah. I guess Delora doesn't really trust, again, Hana at this point yet, because Hana is still very much like her old self. Like, she hasn't really character developed that much in order to kind of like take the news better. Besides, none of this is important right now. You have other things to focus on, like breaking your curse. What have you done these past few days? Nothing. Nothing, that's what. It's like you want to remain Little Miss Peasant forever. The only reason I am in this position is because of you, and you have done nothing to help me. Hey now, excuse me? All I have ever gotten from you are insults and snide remarks. I have been trying my best, but you of all people should know how difficult it is for me. I stopped talking at once. The anger and frustration inside of me makes it difficult to form words. Delora has been with me for almost a year now. She should know how difficult it is for me to be... good. But she never understood. She still cursed me. It is as if she is mocking me. I turn away from Delora and head toward the door. Aw, princess, wait. Aw, yeah, I have better things to do than get insulted by a witch. I have done nothing but think about how to break the curse she put on me. How dare she? Oh! Princess, Waltz! Aw, Waltz. He must have heard the news and he must have felt so bad. Princess, yeah. Keep walking, stop. I wanna stop. I wanna listen to what he has to say. Poor Waltz. Stop. Oh wait, shit, I didn't save that. Oh well. Whatever, it's okay. I usually don't really go back on my saves anyways, just because like I use the fast forward button or the skip button once it appears, and it just takes me right to the choice, so it's all good. Whatever. Princess, are you alright? Are you alright? Yes, I am. It's been so long. You're not hurt, are you? He takes my arm gently. Come on, it's not safe for you to be outside. Let's head back inside. I dig my heels into the ground and shrug off his hand. I refuse to go back. Why? There was no point in my return. Things would have been easier if Delora had never found me in the first place. Ah, princess. Oh, hey, you found her. Aw, Karma is suddenly standing before me, smiling with relief. We were worried about you, darling. It's good to see that our princess has returned. We have so much to catch up on. You should come inside. Oh, I'm not going back there. Oh, why not? There is no point. I have been perfectly safe in a different place. I think Delora has something to do with the situation. Yeah. What did she say to you, princess? Oh, nothing she didn't need to hear. Oh, insufferable witch. Sounds like a catfight to me. Yes, it was. Karma, you might want to keep your nose out of other people's business. I am not staying here any longer. You cannot stop me from leaving. Really? I should have kept walking? Aw. I turn on my heels and begin to walk off. Princess? Let her go. What? But outside she needs some space to think. Don't go too far though, princess. Are you daft? I said I'm not going back. Yeah, I said I'm not coming back. You will if you value your life, princess. That's true. I cannot quell the irritation stirring in the pit of my stomach. I turn on my heels and walk off. Okay. It's so peaceful here at night. The sound of approaching footsteps make me stop. Standing out here alone in the darkened plaza does not bode well. I quickly slide into an alleyway and stand with my back to the wall, hoping the shadows will keep me from sight. Why are you following me? That voice from the other night. What? You noticed. Okay, this is Sir Alcaster. This has to be Varg. Oh, come on. Come on, you noticed. Okay. Sir Alcaster. Don't think I'm a useless idiot like the boy. Of course I noticed. I would take care in remembering that me and the boy are nothing alike. Don't think you can fool me, Varg. Yes! Varg. I have to know. I move silently, sticking my head out at an angle so I can see the man standing before Alcaster. Yes! See, the cane he has a wolf head on it. The plaza is empty except for two people. Sir Alcaster is looking at a man that wears an elaborate mask. I notice he also carries an odd-looking cane. That must be Varg, but who is he and how does Sir Alcaster know him? I have never seen anyone like him in the palace before. What would I want to fool you for? Then explain why you're out here when you haven't been ordered to come to the plaza. Tell me. Oh, you wanted the princess kept safe, didn't you? Do not be flippant. You know we serve mythos in this. Yeah, you know we serve mythos in this. What? What does Sir Mythos want? Is the princess not in the house? Would I be out here if she was? Aha! What? Oh shit, I stepped on something. Or, no, he smacked him, I think. Do not be smart with me. Sir Alcaster just punched him like it was nothing. Damn, punched. Jen, my bad. How is he still standing? That blow should have knocked him to the ground. Answer me clearly. Has she left the house? Sir Alcaster's voice is eerily calm and level despite the fact that his body is still tense. Yes. You will find her before dawn. I will not repeat myself. Answer me. Yes, I will find her. Good. I swear to God, I might be right on this. I watch as Sir Alcaster walks away, leaving Varg to stand alone in the dark plaza. I can barely breathe as I stand watching him, waiting for some kind of movement. It looks like Sir Alcaster has ordered him to keep me safe, but I do not know of this arrangement and will not trust him. Oh! What? The sound of shattered glass echoes across the plaza. Varg immediately rushes off to investigate, moving away from my hiding spot. I feel myself instinctively follow after him despite my mind's logical protest. Hush. Oh, what? What? Oh, Delora! Delora places her hand over my mouth to muffle my voice. We both watch Varg until he disappears and there is nothing but silence for company. Then and only then does Delora move her hand away from my mouth. That man, did you catch his name? What? His name. Sir Alcaster called him Varg. Varg. Who is he? Judging by the mask and cane, he probably works for the witches. At least that's what Parfait and I think. Looks like he's working for Sir Alcaster too, who's working for a witch named Sir Mythos. We look up and notice Karma and Waltz running toward us. Here comes the cavalry. Late as expected. Waltz looks winded, but that does not stop him from glaring at me. Don't ever do that again. And what is happening here, You two look awfully suspicious, hiding out in an alleyway. None of your business. I am surprised when Delora takes my arm and pulls me away from Waltz and Karma. Where are you going? Mysteries are afoot, kid, and we're not going to solve any of them by waiting around in the march-in for Parfait to return from her business. What? Where are you taking the princess and why? That's a good question. Delora, we all decided that the march-in is the safest place the princess can be. Technically, the princess is safest wherever either Parfait or I can keep an eye on her, and now we have an excuse for the princess to be somewhere else. She speaks as if I am a child to be babysat. Well, it's kind of true. I've got some questions I need answering, and I'm going to need the princess to get them involved. Besides, she's directly involved in some mess and she wants answers to. Right. I mean, something seems off about this whole thing. Sorry to say, but your opinion on this matter are irrelevant. Let's go, Hana. Delora? The solemn expression on Walt's face is foreign to me. There is darkness in his eyes, a warning. I trust you. Alright, as you should. Delora nods and turns back to me. We'll be in touch. Let me know when Parfait gets back. Cause I was gonna say, I was like, Delora and Hana can totally go back to Fritz's place, like, you know, in agreement with what Hana wants, and Delora can still stay there because, you know, Fritz was the one who brought her back as her doll form, so she can stay in her doll form and still act as a spy there. So yeah, our trip back to the Leverton home is silent. Delora has reverted to her doll form. I hold her close to my chest. Both of us are quiet, and I am lost in my own thoughts. I wonder what questions Delora has that I could possibly help her with. Delora, Princess, we speak at the same time. Alright, you first. Or not, I'll go first then. I want to apologize. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't look so surprised. I can admit when I'm wrong. That's a lesson you need to learn too, but that's for another day, yeah. I know you've been working to break the curse, and I know you've been putting a lot of effort into it. And I know why it would be difficult for you to accomplish the good deeds. I want you to know that I do want you to succeed, Princess. Most of the time it doesn't feel that way. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have cursed you if I didn't think you were capable of overcoming it, Hana. I truly believe you will break your curse. We turn onto the path that leads to the Leverton home. I pause to squint at the oddly shaped shadow by the doorway. I quickly slip off the road and behind the nearest obstacle. Is it Varg? It's dark, but is that... Delora has not seen what I have. She keeps talking. Oh, more to the point, you must break your curse. It's vital that you do as soon as possible. There's a very good reason why I... Delora, stop. I slap my hands over her mouth to muffle her. I have only just managed to hide her when the shadow moves. The moonlight glints off his mask for just an instant, but it is enough. Yes, it's Varg. He starts to turn in my direction. Stay still, move back. We should move back. Or... I don't know. Oh my god! This is scary. This is scary. Hold on. Should we move back? Are we in a good spot though? Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't know. We should... Okay, let's stay still. Because you never know if our movements might attract, like, his attention. Okay. He starts to turn in my direction. Stay still. I freeze in place. Huh? There's no one here. Look away. Look away! Delora is still struggling in my arms. I do my best to still her with my hands. If she gets us caught, I swear to God. And then, as if by magic, the clouds move, obscuring the light of the moon. The inky black, almost unnatural shadow falls over me. Yes. After a heartbeat, he turns away from me. I watch as he slips around the side of the Leverton home and disappears from sight. I run back to the plaza, but Walt and Karma are no longer there. What do I do now? Not even a thank you? Delora pops her head out of my pocket, shaking out her hair. Oh, you did that? I just moved some clouds and played with some shadows to keep us hidden from a crazy masked man, but you know, I do that all the time. That was you? Well, it wasn't the wind. I had no idea she had such power. Well, hello there. Oh no. Maybe I should have went back. Oh man, I suck at this. Oh, either way, I'm on a streak of getting a bad ending, so I'm just not surprised anymore. I roll around, once again keeping my hands over Delora to hide her from sight. If it isn't the crown princess herself, he ends up catching me anyways. Surely good princesses shouldn't be out on their own at this time of night. Oh no, never mind. Spoke too soon, thank God. But then, you're not all that good, are you? Good girls do what they are told and stay in one place, but you're not one for letting people keep you rooted in place, are you? Do you have any idea how long I've been looking for you? Oh man, now that I think if it's true that Fritz and Varg are one and the same people, or possibly connected somehow, like I feel like I don't know how I'm supposed to treat Varg. I'm like, for me right now in the past routes, I've treated him like he's the villain, but I'm sure he's not. Hey, where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself. He sweeps into a deep, elegant bow. I'm Varg, Sir Alcaster's humble servant. He's told me about your issues. He's asked me to keep an eye on you, make sure you're safe. I already have a personal knight. Yeah. Oh, could have fooled me. Haven't seen him around, have you? Haven't seen him around, have you? Fritz. Oh, looks like he's slacking off to me. Fritz is not slacking off. He's just under the influence of an extremely potent sleeping potion and is unable to wake up. Also, we could sneak out. Yeah, I can't see. This is all my fault. A crown princess shouldn't have to make excuses for her knight, don't you think? Sounds like he's pretty incapable. Varg approaches, then holds out his arm. I'll escort you back. I stare at his arm, but do not take it. Varg tilts his head to the side. I cannot read his expression through his mask. Don't you trust me, princess? No. Yeah, of course not. What were you expecting? Wasn't expecting you to be honest. I thought princesses were meant to be shy and sweet all the time. You know, like Emmeline. Well, I'm not Emmeline. I ain't like her. So I'm learning. Varg reaches out and grabs my hand. He places it in the crook of his arm with a smug smile. Let's go. I can do nothing but follow as he forces me along. I do not appreciate being dragged. And I don't like waiting around for something that's not going to happen. This is for your own safety, princess. He flashes an almost predatory smile at me, his teeth startling bright in the darkness. Well, he says he is meant to keep me safe, but I feel like he is going to devour me. Well, he must use that crest, all white strips, Got a nice smile. I am still shaking when I return to my room in the Leverton home. I have already heard Varg leave the house, but I am not convinced the lock on the front door will keep him out. Well, that was exciting. Are you alright? I cannot show weakness. Not now, not ever. I am fine. I never knew there was a back door to this place. Pretty convenient for sneaking past your guard dog, isn't it? I wonder how Varg knew that door existed. Hey, chin up. You did well back there. I froze. I did nothing. I was useless. There's nothing you could have done. He already seems to be an accomplished tracker. But nothing. If anything, this was my fault for not being able to protect you. I do not know why I am so afraid of Varg. He works for Sir Alcaster. He wouldn't hurt me. Well, she has that look again. Is it because of her suspicions of Sir Alcaster, or because she suspects that Varg is serving the witches? Alcaster mentioned Sir Mythos before, but I have no idea how he plays into any of this. 'Cause he's the witch. No point worrying about it now. We're not going to get answers just by staring at the wall. Might as well get some sleep. Yeah. It's been a very exciting night. Why aren't you telling me, why aren't you telling me, Delora? An awful lot, Hannah. What aren't you telling me, Delora? An awful lot, Hannah. Yes. And I'm not going to tell you anything until tomorrow morning, so go to bed. I do not think I'll be able to sleep tonight, unless... Delora? Yes? It is strange because I had thought that I had outgrown this tendency, but I used to do this all the time. Can I hold you until I fall asleep? I think I see a glimmer of a smile on Dolora's face. Of course. Aw, okay. And poof, she's back in her doll form. Aw. I grab Delora and hold her against my chest. Her weight and shape are familiar and comforting. When I was in the palace, hugging my dolls made me feel like I wasn't alone. Sweet dreams, Hannah. Aw. Thanks, Delora. I mean, she means well. She always means well. My queen. That voice, it's familiar. Fate and the traitors approach. The tenebrium grows weak. Mother? You will prevail. You are far stronger, far more beautiful. Enough. My beauty is irrelevant. The tide of the war is turning. We must consider our options. But your majesty, if I must wait for my revenge, then I will. What will you do? As my queen commands, my faithful student, you will be rewarded for your loyalty, and the traitor will be damned for his betrayal. Believe in me, believe in us, we will be victorious. The humans and the traitors will pay. Aha, wah! I sit up in bed, my heart pounding. I can't remember. The details of the dream are already fading from my mind, but the dread still hangs in my chest like a dark, heavy cloud. It must have been a nightmare. It's just a memory, and it's Fritz! Hello, Fritz. Convenient of you to show up when Varg is not here. Princess? Princess? Yeah. I turn and see Fritz standing in the doorway, his eyes filled with concern. I didn't mean to I heard you and Are you okay? Fritz, maybe it is the stress of what happened with Varg. Maybe it is a nightmare I just woke from. Or maybe it is the relief of seeing the familiar face. But suddenly there are tears in my eyes. Princess! Fritz! Oh, Fritz! Hug me, yes, hug me. Then suddenly Fritz's arms are around me and I am pressed close to his warm chest. I can hear his heartbeat. Do you want to talk about it? Tell him do not say anything. Don't say anything. I feel like we shouldn't say anything. Let's just hold me. Hold me tight. Don't say anything? I don't know. Should I say something just so that I feel like he has our trust in a way? Oh my god, I don't know. Don't say anything. Wait, no. Don't say anything. I understand, I won't ask. I am too overwhelmed to speak, but I managed a small nod against his shoulder. You know, Princess, I'm glad I could comfort you this time, even if I was never able to before. How did you know I had nightmares? It was on my night patrol. Sometimes I would pass by your door and hear you. You never said anything. Fritz runs his hand through my hair, his touch gentle and comforting. It was never my business, personal night or not. I figured if you ever needed to tell anyone, I'd be there for you. Aww. I only know time is passing because of the shifting shadows in my room. Oh. Okay. Wow. We hug it out for that long. And too soon the room brightens with the dawn of the new day. I feel safe. Oh. What, Delora? I had forgotten Delora was with me, but now she squirms subtly in my grasp, a small flutter of motion that does not even catch Fritz's eyes. When Fritz moves away, I quickly hide Delora behind me. Why are you smiling at me like that? It's just nice to know that some things don't change. What? Oh, Princess, you didn't have any of the tea I served yesterday, did you? What, the tea? That we slipped the potion into. Now that he's brought it up, I have no idea what to say. I manage a weak shrug of my shoulders and shake my head, telling him that I did not. You should really try it sometime. I haven't slept so well in a long time. I feel remarkably refreshed. I feel Dolores shaking behind me and I can tell that she's trying not to laugh. I pinch her arm. Sure. He lets go of me and stands up. Maybe I should have told him. Yeah, that made sense. But I didn't want to divulge any sort of secrets. Like, again, I'm still like, I feel like it's because of his like alternative personality of Varg, possibly, that I'm just on the fence. Speaking of tea, it's actually time for breakfast, but we'll pass on the tea today. Did I ever tell you about the best bakery in NGL? No, I think you told me about the best baker? Oh, but Princess, there are two different things. There are all kinds of shops in the town plaza. Two different things. The baker makes the best croissants, but the bakery, well... I'll show you. Okay, but first, I'll let you get changed. Okay. Huh. Hey, Princess. Fritz might be fine, but his father is clearly not. Be careful today. Are you not coming with us? I'm going to stay here and see what I can dig up when no one else is looking. Hana. I have never heard her say my name so seriously before. I mean it. Be careful and stay safe. Aw. If Varg shows up when we're not here, you too, Dolora. Be careful. Much to my surprise, she sinks into a polite curtsy. As the princess commands. Ah, cute. Anyways, that's pretty sure that's Chapter 5, Revelations. Ooh, what? Revelations? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh my, okay. Anyways, I was gonna say that probably ends chapter 4, and that means we can stop this episode here because we've done our 2-chapter quota, and we just got started, of course, when Fritz is around. But anyways, oh my god, I'm pretty sure it must be the whole Fritz and Varg are the same in one person. Just saying. But I should probably start I should nevertheless trust Fritz because he's a good guy. He's a good guy, but I'm not too sure what would happen if we start getting choices that involve Varg instead of Fritz. So perhaps I might, I don't know. We'll see until then. Well, I'll see what the game dishes out at me in terms of choices in the future chapters. But for now, I feel like I should indefinitely try to trust Fritz more and not try to like think, oh, what would happen if I tell him this now and then the Varg just uses it in the future kind of thing against us. So we shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. So anyways, aha, sorry, cough is still kind of there, but it's getting better. I promise you guys. But for now, anyways, for now we're going to leave this episode here, and we're going to pick it up on the next episode, chapters 5 and 6. I wonder what this whole revelation thing is about. Maybe we figure shit out way sooner than I anticipated. Who knows? Anyways, so until then, you guys, tune in next time. But for now, bye.